Oh, hello. Welcome to my channel, Gemini. Today's reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is a general reading, so take what resonates, and if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. You might want to just tune into the other signs like your moon or your rising or your Venus sign, because it depends on your transits, what energy you're resonating with at different times in your life. So it doesn't hurt to check those out because sometimes they're very accurate. Please stay to the end of the video because it seems like in my process the message comes together at the end, you know, as I work through the cards that Spirit has me pull. So let's take a moment here to tune in. I'm going to use the singing bowl to center myself. You're welcome to join me. I like to take a deep breath and just kind of drop from my head into my heart space, and I think it helps me channel the message, but it also will help you receive the message and be open to understanding it. Okay, let's begin. Okay, very good. Gemini, while I shuffle the cards, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Hit the bell notification to get messages that I post every day. They're just like a minute long, but they're little daily messages that the intention is to give advice for the day or insight into your day. So if you hit the bell notification, you can receive those and any future videos that I upload. Thank you for supporting my channel by subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's get started here. This reading is for Gemini. I'm asked the energy of love and light to surround us, the energy of love and light to protect us, and the energy of love and light to guide us. Make me a clear channel for this message for Taurus. Give them the message, what they need to know, what Taurus needs to know in their relationship now at this time that they watch this message. Also, the message is being created here in the month of March, but it is a timeless message for in the future. If someone clicks on it, it is for you. If you click on it at some other time, it's for a reason. Okay, let's begin here. Message for Gemini. The Magician. Working on something? Oh, kind of looking at your options, I see. With the Two of Wands. You are creating something, though, right now. Looking at your options, looking at your choices, deciding which way is best in a situation. I think you might be trying to figure out a way to move forward. Oh, and the clarifying card is the Ace of Cups. Okay, so it's something really new, and you might be feeling not quite sure how to move it forward, how to get it to which path to go down with this new thing. I think you might be thinking that there's more than one way to approach the situation. Let's see what's led up to this. Oh, Five of Wands and the Empress. Okay, I see why that you're kind of hesitant as to how to proceed, because in the past your relationships have been like confrontational or not getting along or bickering, and this time you really, really, really want it to be good. So see the Empress? You've learned from your past mistakes, or you're trying to learn from past situations you've been in, not necessarily your mistakes, but just situations in the past that just didn't work out, where you didn't get along in your relationship. You didn't get along. So I see why you're trying. You got a new relationship. If it's not right now, it's very soon. And what you're trying to do is to make sure that you do things right. You want to do your best to make it work out best. You want to learn from past mistakes, past relationships. Of course, it's not all on you. It takes two, as far as that goes. But I feel like you're trying to do your part. Let's say you can't do it all, of course. The other person has to do their part too. Let's see the two cards for... okay, I have here the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. What I'm getting from this is if you continue to hold back because of this past experience where things didn't go well, I feel like your outcome it's something you can hold on to. But let me see. I need a clarifying card for this. Okay, the Knight of Wands. That's kind of what I was feeling, actually. I feel like you need to actually take action, that you're hesitant and you're guarded right now. You got your walls up and you're kind of just protecting yourself because you haven't had good luck in this past relationship you had, and in this new one you want it to be better, and it does have a lot of promise, and you don't want to blow it, so to speak, or you want it to work out. And like I said, it's not all up to you, but you're just, of course, reading is for you. So this is from your perspective here, and if it's flipped and it's the other person, then you would know that. But I'm reading from your perspective. But what the cards are saying here is to actually take a chance here, take some action, kind of this energy that you're in of protecting yourself and being guarded, having your walls up. You're going to have to to manifest this new love that's very, very good, happy love. You're going to have to take that risk and take the action needed. You're going to have to put in some work. And I don't mean work I mean vulnerability is what I mean. You're going to have to, the action for you is being vulnerable because you're feeling very guarded. So that's the action that would be needed. Let me get an advice card here. Oh, and here comes the card of work, Eight of Pentacles, which is also an 8, which means advancing the situation. So the advice is it's gonna, for you to be vulnerable and open and take action is actually gonna require work on your part, because it's gonna take effort, because it's not something you naturally do. At this point in your life, you've been hurt enough or had enough bad relationships to where you're very guarded and protective. And so this action that you need to be vulnerable and to trust the other person until you have reason not to. But don't go into the situation with distrust right off the bat. That's the work you're going to have to do. As being aware of that is just huge. So being aware of it and focusing your energy on making some effort. And it looks like, from what I can see, I'm going to pull a card from this deck, but it looks like all your intentions are really good, and you have learned a lot. I see this Empress card here. You have learned a lot. I think it's just a matter of practicing it so much. I think you have the knowledge. It's just, this is going to be an opportunity for you to practice what you've learned from past relationships. And it's also going to be a growing opportunity for you, because there's going, this is the situation in the near future, is you holding on and being guarded, and you having to make some effort to move this energy within yourself. That makes sense. To open yourself up is going to take a little bit of work. So you have to be aware of it. And once you're aware of it, it's not that big a deal, really. Just being aware of it, the opportunities will present themselves and you'll know what to do. And it says, stand your ground. So that tells me that the reason that you are guarded and afraid is you're afraid you don't have strong boundaries. So you hold back to keep yourself from getting in a situation where you can't say no. But so the work that you have to do, my friend Gemini, and this is coming through very clear, is you're going to have to work on your boundaries. You're going to have to be strong in what you will accept and what you won't accept. And this is the work. And once you can do that, then that is what you're manifesting here, is a new way of being, because what has happened in the past hasn't worked for you. And working on your boundaries so that you can feel confident, which is also a 7 here, being confident in that your efforts are enough and who you are is enough as far as that goes, and get over your fears of someone taking advantage of you. That's what I feel, that the reason that you're so guarded is you're afraid someone's going to take advantage of you, and that's probably happened in the past. But the work that needs to be done is you just creating some boundaries and standing to them. So when you feel uncomfortable, say no. And you don't have to do it mean, you just need to say, well, I don't feel comfortable with that, so I'd rather not, and just stand your boundaries in a loving way. And let's see, I feel like one more card is needed here, because I feel like there's an outcome here for when you do this. When you learn your boundaries, you stand true to your boundaries. And it's going to be a work for you, because it's something new that you have to learn. See, with this ace here, it's something new that you're practicing, coming out of your guardedness by establishing boundaries. And it's gonna make you feel very happy. I feel that energy very strong. Like when you stand your ground, first you have to create boundaries, then you have to stick to them. And this is the work that you need to do. This is what Spirit is saying. But when you do this, I just have a very strong happiness feeling. I feel a lot of joy. This is really going to set you free when you do this. Let's see. The solar plexus, it's number 3. Okay, that is confidence also, and it's your own personal power. So you're developing your own personal power, and I'm getting chills all over. Gemini, you're developing by creating boundaries in this new relationship. So that's the advice. I'm getting so many downloads all at once here. But the advice is the thing you're creating is a new relationship. You're worried about it, and you're kind of holding back and being reserved and being guarded, and the reason for this is because you need to create boundaries. You have fears that you're going to be taken advantage of. You have fears that you're going to, and it's because you have a lack of boundaries to saying no. When you come into your personal power and create your boundaries, that's number 1. You have to create them. I feel like you have to actually sit down and think about what I will accept and what I won't. But when you do this and you stick to it, you're going to increase your personal power so much that you are going to, this energy, the thing that you have tried in the past, you've really you know a lot about people, I feel. It's just, maybe you're an empath, but you feel like you allow a lot to happen because you have so much love. And the Spirit is saying here that the reason you have this fear of relationships is because you need to create boundaries. And I've said that a bunch of times already. But I hope that, I'm just trying to make it clear. I hope it's clear to you. Anyway, I'd appreciate feedback in the comments if you do have comments about this. I do, I feel like that's it. I don't feel like drawing any more cards. I feel like that's the message, that presently you're on you've got a new thing in the works, and you're not sure how to handle it. But you really, with these two major cards, you really do want it to be a beautiful thing. But you have fears with the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. You're too reserved and withdrawn. You're not showing your true self. You're not being authentically you because you have a fear. And this fear is because you haven't created boundaries for yourself. And that's the action that's needed here, is create those boundaries, and you're going to move the situation forward. See, I do feel like drawing a card because I want to see what the relationship will be when Gemini does all this, does this action of creating boundaries and sticking to them. What will the outcome be in the actual relationship that's starting up that Gemini is worried about right now, or concerned about, or fear of failing kind of an energy? Okay. I got two cards here. Yeah. Temptation and intuition. When you feel tempted to withdraw and not do your boundaries, you have to resist that temptation. Your intuition is going to prompt you. Your intuition is going to prompt you. At the times that you are letting your boundaries slip, you're going to know it. And that's when, at those times, is when you need to step up. Not all the time, just at those times. But I still didn't get an answer to the question, what will this relationship be like? It says prosperity begins. See the hands? And this growth here. This is going to be a very positive relationship when you do this work, Gemini. I feel that very strongly. I feel like chills all over my body because I feel like all this happiness that's going to come to you when you create these boundaries and stand in your personal power and be your authentic self, because that's you will attract the perfect person when you do that. The perfect person for you. Not the losers that you've had in the past, because I feel like you've had some kind of people that didn't treat you very well. So, I am done with this reading for Taurus. Until we meet again, be blessed.